Hi dear students, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to learn simple past tense. In the previous 4 videos, we have learned the tenses in present form. Now we are moving to the next series of tenses, that is past. The 4 tenses in past form. That means simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous tense. In this video, we will discuss what is simple past tense. Before you watch this video, you must watch the previous videos related with present tenses. We can understand simple past tense with the help of a timeline or a graph in this video. Simple past tense means that an action that happened in the past in a particular time, in a specific time. Here you can see a timeline that begins from past, present and future. Then in this line you can see the past action or the simple past action that happened. That blinking point, that action happened in the past and entered in the past as well. Simple past action completed in the past tense. There will be a time, specific time or a particular time that action happened. We can see some examples. You played cricket. Nee cricket kalichu. He wrote a letter. Avan oru kath ezhuthi. We bought a car. ഞങ്ങൾ ഒരു കാർ വാങ്ങി. She built a house. അവൾ ഒരു വീട് നിർമ്മിച്ചു. They walked to the market. അവർ മാർക്കറ്റിലേക്ക് നടന്നു. I wrote a novel. ഞാൻ ഒരു നോവൽ എഴുതി. James read a play. ജെയിംസ് ഒരു നാടകം വായിച്ചു. ഇവിടെ നമുക്കറിയാം നടന്നു, കളിച്ചു, എഴുതി എന്നിങ്ങനെ കഴിഞ്ഞുപോയ പ്രവൃത്തിയെ സൂചിപ്പിക്കുന്ന പ്രയോഗത്തിനെയാണ് സിമ്പിൾ പാസ്റ്റ് ടെൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. That we have learned as the 20th auxiliary in the previous video, that did plus V1. Simple past tense is the use of did plus V1. That means adding did to V1, that becomes V2. Then we use V2 form of the verb in the sentences. Simply V2 form or past form of the verb is used in sentences. Such actions are known as simple past tense. I have given a chart of V1, V2 forms of verbs. You can see here V1 and V2. Begin, began, break, broke, bring, brought, etc. We have done a video about verbs in English, irregular verbs and regular verbs in English. We have discussed in detail in the first video of our grammar series. You have to watch that video and learn a lot of V1, V2, V3 forms in English. Here also you can pause the video and understand V1, V2 form that is used in simple past tense. Then, as I told you, we can see what is the form of simple past tense. How simple past tense is formed. It is formed using auxiliary did plus V1. So it becomes V2. That means V1 directly becomes V2 form, or V1, that means past action. V2 form of the verb is used in simple past action or simple past tense. Use of did in verb is simple past. That is what we have discussed in that auxiliary sentence structure, that if we use V2 form of the verbs in sentences, there is an auxiliary that is hidden in the V2, that is did. That means did plus V1 becomes V2 in the sentences. We can understand in a detailed way how did is used in simple past. Here you can see did plus v1 that is used in simple past tense. That means ചെയ്തു പ്രവർത്തിച്ചു എഴുതി എന്നൊക്കെയാണ്. അവൻ ഒരു കത്ത് എഴുതി എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സമയത്ത് അതിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ ചെയ്തു എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പ്രവർത്തനമുണ്ട്, ഒരു ആക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവൻ നടന്നു, അവൻ നടക്കുക ചെയ്തു, അവൻ കത്ത് എഴുതുക ചെയ്തു എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയാം. പക്ഷെ അങ്ങനെ പറയേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. കത്ത് എഴുതി, അവൻ നടന്നു, അവൻ പ്രവർത്തിച്ചു എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സമയത്ത് തന്നെ we get that meanings. And did agrees with all of the subjects whether it is singular or plural. I, we, you, he, she, it, they, those, these. Then did plus v1 that is v2 form is used along with these subjects. Did plus write becomes wrote. Did plus go becomes went. Did plus come becomes came. Such examples are here. Note did plus v2 never comes anywhere in English sentences, but did plus v1 becomes v2 in the sentences. We have split the auxiliary in the earlier video that I think you know very well. If we want to make negative sentences and questions in simple past tense, we have to split the auxiliary from the v2. That means did plus v1 becomes v2 in these sentences. We can understand some time words or that time indications related with simple past tense. Ago മുൻപ്, yesterday ഇന്നലെ, last week last year last day കഴിഞ്ഞ ആഴ്ച, കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷം, കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം. In 1947 1947 a few hours ago, long ago, at lunch time, in the evening. These time words always shows a past time. So these are the time words used in simple past actions. Let's see some examples in simple past actions or simple past tense. Here, see these examples. I dash play cricket yesterday. Yesterday is the time indication, so play must be changed into v2. I played cricket yesterday. In played, did plus play becomes played in the sentence. Second example, we dash buy a bike last week. Last week is the time word for simple past action. So buy becomes bought. We bought a bike last week. Did plus buy here becomes bought. Then third sentence, you dash passed the exam in 2019. In 2019 is the time word here, so pass here becomes passed. You passed the exam in 2019. Did plus pass here becomes passed. Without having enough v1, v2, v3 forms in your mind, you cannot understand how these tense changing is happened. See here, he dash go to school a short while ago. Here a short while ago is the time indication, so go becomes went. He went to school a short while ago. Here the action that is went started in the past and ended in the past itself. So he went to school a short while ago. Did plus go here becomes went. She dash write a letter last night. She wrote a letter last night. Did plus write here becomes wrote, and last night is the time indication. Next sentence, they sold a mobile 3 months ago. 3 months ago is the time indication, so sell here becomes sold. That means did plus sell is the salt that is used in the sentence. The man dash come from the office in the evening. The man came from the office in the evening. In the evening is the time indication. Here did plus come here becomes came in the sentence simple past action. Then we can see how simple past actions are changed into negative form. That means negative simple past actions are made in English sentences. See these examples and you have to make your own sentences in English and make a lot of practices as well. Then these tense will be very thorough for you. Change into negative sentences. Students wrote the exam very well yesterday. You can read here, boys fought in the street last night. Rajesh and James spoke together. Suhail sent a letter to his father in 2019. You have to look as well the time words in these sentences as well. You can pause the video here and write the sentences and change into negative sentences and then see the answers that is given here. In the first sentence, students wrote the exam very well yesterday. Wrote is the V2 form, that is did plus write here is used as wrote. So we have to add not to the did form. So students did not write the exam very well yesterday. Boys fought in the street last night. Here did plus fight becomes fought. We have to add not to V1 form, that is fight. Thus it becomes boys did not fight in the street last night. If we have split the auxiliary from the verb, then we don't use again that verb. That means we have to use did plus V1. That means did plus write here. Then did plus fight here. Not did plus fought. Did plus wrote. They are incorrect. Then Rajesh and James spoke together. Did plus speak here becomes spoke. So how it is in negative? Rajesh and James didn't speak together. Did plus then V1 is used, that is speak. Suhail sent a letter to his father in 2019. Did plus send here becomes sent, V2 form. So Suhail didn't send a letter to his father in 2019. 2019 സുഹൈൽ അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ അച്ഛന് കത്തുകൾ അയച്ചില്ല. രാജേഷും ജെയിംസും ഒരുമിച്ച് സംസാരിച്ചില്ല എന്നുള്ള മീനിങ് ആണ് ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നത്. Then we can see how some sentences, simple past sentences, are changed into questions as well. Students wrote the exam well. Here did plus write here becomes wrote. We have discussed did is used in the position of subject. Did students write the exam well? വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ നന്നായി പരീക്ഷ എഴുതിയോ? Boys fought in the street. Here fought becomes did plus fight is fought. So we split the auxiliary did, then using its subject position, did boys fight in the street. You have to note, we have split the auxiliary did, then we have to use only V1, that is did boys fight. It is not did boys fought, but did boys fight in the street. വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ തെരുവിൽ അടിപിടി കൂടിയോ? Rajesh and James spoke together. Did plus speak becomes spoke. Did Rajesh and James speak together? Suhail sent a letter to his father. Did plus send here becomes sent. So did Suhail send a letter to his father? Suhail അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ അച്ഛന് ഒരു കത്ത് അയച്ചോ? Likewise. Then we can see the uses of simple past tense in English. It is used to express a completed action in the past, used to express simple past actions and events. At particular time in the past, the action happened. So this time is more important, or this time indication is most important in simple past tense. The event started and ended in the past. This is the first use of simple past tense. Look at the examples. He passed his exam 3 years ago. It is a simple past action, happened in the past and entered in the past. India became independent in 1947. Happened in the past, started in the past, ended in the past. It rained in Kerala yesterday. I went to cinema 3 times last week. These are simple past actions that is used in simple past tense. You can see the second usage of simple past tense. It is also used to express a habitual action in the past. നമുക്ക് പാസ്റ്റിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന ഒരു ഹാബിറ്റ് പറയുവാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് സിമ്പിൾ പാസ്റ്റ് ടെൻസ് നമുക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. See the example. We always went to a pantomime at Christmas. That means at all of the Christmas in the past, they had a habit going for a pantomime. So that is expressed in simple past. We always went to a pantomime at Christmas. Now that action may not be there, but in the past it was their habit going for a pantomime at Christmas. Then see the next example. When I was in Mumbai, I went to the beach every weekend. It was a habitual action in the past of that person. So I went to the beach every weekend. In every weekend, he had a habit going for the beach. So that is expressed when I was in Mumbai, I went to the beach in every weekend. That we have discussed. It is also used to express repeated past actions and events, or past states, long-standing situations and feelings are expressed in simple past tense. I always went to shopping on Saturdays. On Saturdays, it was a repeated action going for shopping. So I always went to shopping on Saturdays. That action is not in this present, but that action was there in the past as a repeated action. Then my father knew the Prime Minister. It is a long-standing situation or a feeling. See the next example. I knew her when she was a shop assistant. That means it is a feeling or a long-standing situation. I knew her when she was a shop assistant. I knew that is used in simple past tense. She was a shop assistant, that is also used in simple past tense. So was is there without having ing form. Then we can see the fourth usage of simple past tense is it is used after certain expressions and certain verbs in the present. This is called the modal pretrite. That means expressing a past action or state. It is a grammatical tense or verb form serving to denote events that took place or were completed in the past. That is the meaning of pretrite. I wish I knew the newcomer's name. പുതുതായി വന്ന വ്യക്തിയുടെ പേര് ഞാൻ അറിഞ്ഞിരുന്നു എങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. അറിഞ്ഞിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ എന്ന് ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. I wish I knew the newcomer's name. That is used after certain expressions and certain verbs in the present. It is not. You please pause the video and make negative sentences for the words that is in the bracket. Example is given here. We spoke Hindi together. That is a positive statement in simple past tense. You have to make negative simple past statement or sentence for that is given in the word Tamil. We didn't speak Tamil together. If you don't know, you have to split the auxiliary at first from the V2 form in these sentences. You can see in the next video, next slide, that how they are changed into negative sentences. Here you can see I played hockey football. I played hockey. Played is the verb in the sentence. Did plus play becomes played. So you have to make negative sentence for the verb using the word that is in the bracket football. My uncle taught English bracket science. I wrote to my sister bracket my brother. We know her address bracket phone number. We told our parents bracket police. Here you can see the answer. Positive statement and negative statement. I played hockey. I didn't play football. My uncle taught English. My uncle didn't teach science. I wrote to my sister. I didn't write to my brother. We knew her address. We didn't know her phone number. We told our parents everything. We didn't tell police everything. Here you have to see that did plus V1 is used in negative sentences and not is added along with did. Didn't teach, didn't write, didn't know, didn't tell, likewise. Then we can make some questions, making simple past questions for the following examples. I played hockey. Pause the video, read the sentence, then change into simple past questions. That means auxiliary questions. Did will come at the beginning of the sentence. I played hockey. Did you play hockey? Or did I play hockey? If we ask a question, that will be addressed to someone. If it is addressed to the person I, that will be I. Did I play hockey? Njan hockey kalicho. Did you play hockey? Nee hockey kalicho. My uncle taught English. Did your uncle teach English? I wrote to my sister. That becomes did you write to your sister? We knew her address. Did you know her address? We told our parents everything. Did you tell your parents everything? Likewise, you can see here we have used did plus V1, not did plus V2. So, did you play? So, did your uncle teach? So, did you write? So, did you know? So, did you tell? Not did you told. You have to remember these basic grammar elements in simple present tense. Simply, this is the use of did in V2 form. That means the 19th auxiliary, that is did, we have learned in the auxiliary series videos. Now we can do some simple past sentences. See the examples. Complete the sentences. Use one of these verbs in the past simple. That means you have to use V2 form of the given V1 verbs in the above top line. Die, enjoy, finish, happen, open, rain, start, stay, want. One is given there. I cleaned my teeth 3 times yesterday. It is a repeated action yesterday. Second sentence. It was hot in the room. So I dashed the window. The concert dash at 7:30 and dash at 10 o'clock. When I was a child, I dashed to be a doctor. The accident dash last Sunday afternoon. It is a nice day today, but yesterday it dash all day. We dash our holiday last year. We dash at a very nice place. 8. Anna's grandfather dash when he was 90 years old. How will be the answer for these questions? You can use V2 form. It was hot in the room, so I opened the window. The concert started at 7:30 and finished at 10 o'clock. When I was a child, I wanted to be a doctor. The accident happened last Sunday afternoon. It is a nice day today, but yesterday it rained all day. We enjoyed our holiday last year. We stayed at a very nice place. Anna's grandfather died when he was 90 years old. Thank you for watching this video. You have to make a lot of practice, and practice then make a very clear idea about simple past tense.